Alright guys, what's going on? So, very quick day today. I took a pre-market trade, I sold it at the open for a pretty big winner, and then I gave some of it back. I made a stupid trade, and then I managed to work my way back up to pretty much where I was before. So I'm really happy about that. There's a lot of lessons, again, to be learned today, and I'm learning when to step back. So I released that video last night about how I'm going to become a millionaire day trader. So one of the ways that I'm going to do that, and that I have to do that, is to know when to stop. Know when to stop losing money, and when you're giving back too much money, and therefore the market is kind of telling you to get the hell away. So the shorts were in full force today. They were slamming down breakouts. They were, I'll show you in the video, but we're finishing up today, $1,085, $1,085 Canadian within 10 minutes of trading. My last trade here was at 9:40. I guess I was in pre-market, so more like 20 minutes, but that's awesome. I can't begin to explain how happy I am that I can do this and I have this skill. But anyways, let's just hop right into the video and I will show you what happened. So here it is. I liked the way that Schmitt, so Schmitt was our leading gapper. It was up 52%. And just before this breakout at 350, I decided to take my starter position, which is half size. So with 800 shares at 350, I was risking around the bottom of this candle, so 337, so like 13 cents on 800 shares. What is that, like $110, somewhere in there? So that's completely fine, and my plan was to add as it's surging and then sell into that strength. So I was watching this thing kind of consolidate and go higher and move higher. I was ready to add above 370 here, but I added instead into this flush. So we had a quick flush down to 360, and I added, this is about 6 minutes later, still pre-market. So now I'm full size, 1,800 shares. We get a dip that kind of makes me a bit nervous, but we're dipping above the initial breakout spots of here, which is, I'm just clicking around to make sure nothing else is moving, taking away the attention and volume from SMIT. So again, we were holding this breakout spot really well, where I initially got in, and it was instantly bought back up. So I knew that was a very, very good sign, and a sign that my plan was still in full force. So I just waited here. I was waiting. So right before the bell rings, we actually surged through 370. The bell hasn't rung yet. And I say, all right, well, if we surged up this high, everyone who's short in here and all the momentum buyers will be buying over 380. So I'll wait till the bell rings. I wish I could see the time here. Well, when it hits 9:30. Okay, so 9:30, the bell has rung, the market is open. So I knew the second we see 380, it's going to surge up towards 390. I put all my shares up at 396. I get filled, and I'm up 713 just like that. So what is that? Like 730 times 1.2 or so. Wait, no, I completely screwed that up. 730 times 1.2. Is that right? Okay, I guess. Okay, so I was up around $900 Canadian at that point. So much like yesterday on CPAH, I thought we would make a secondary move towards, sorry, I keep hitting the microphone too, towards $4, above $4, maybe towards $4.50. So I buy back in as I see that $4 is holding, and then I sell out again because it doesn't burst right through 410. I'm waiting for 410. So what happens here is I was waiting for 410 to pop up. So we just reclaimed $4, and we're now back up at 410. So for the break of 410, I wanted to scalp this up towards 420. With 2,000 shares, that'd be $400 if I captured 10 cents. Or $200. Oh no. Everyone knows my math is so terrible and I'm going to get shit for that later. But anyways, so I'm in, but then it doesn't break through, so I'm trying to get out. My shares are up on the ask here. So I bail out on the bid at $4, cutting my losses quickly. Remember, I said I need to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to get screwed and I'm going to have too many losses. Or my losses are going to be too big. We know that I have too many losses from that spreadsheet the other day. So it's good that I did, because if I had waited, I would have bailed out for an even bigger loss in the 80s. So I was waiting. So I, again, bought back in to this support above 370. Now, my mistake, and I don't know if this was a mistake quite yet, was I was holding through this pullback into support. I was seeing if this held, but you can see how big my unrealized is. Now, sure, you could say I'm up on the name, so I can afford to hold through that. Whereas if I had not had a position yet, then this would be a bad idea, because then I'd be in the red. But wiping out profits is just as bad, I would say, as going red in the first place. But, you know, I did have the cushion, so I was waiting for the 1 minute setup to form on this. All of this support was bought back up. My plan was to wait for it to surge above this candle, maybe around 390, and then just sell out of the position, maybe for a small winner, but just to get out. So here we come. We start to break above that candle here. I put my shares up at 388. They all get bought up, and then I sell the rest on the bid, and I'm all out for pretty much scotch-free on that one. 588 down to 572. So again, I see the breakout spot here on MTSL. We're holding that breakout, so I'm buying on the support. So I missed the initial breakout, so I'm buying on support. My plan is to sell as it moves up here, but I know that my entry is kind of crappy compared to my other entries, so I sell out of 1,000 shares, and then I sell out of 500 shares, because it's showing a lot of weakness. It's not breaking through right away. Again, we'll watch that again. So I'm buying here. I'm selling. We're not breaking through 350. There, we broke through, but it's really weak, so I sold another 500 shares to reduce my risk. Again, we're not breaking through. This is a false breakout, so I bailed the rest of my shares, and I locked in another 232 just like that. Now, again, here's where I went wrong. I tried to buy in again for the break of 352 for the move up towards the daily resistance here, I think around 362 or something like that. And it was a false breakout, and I ended up losing on that trade. You can see there at the top. So here's where things are starting to turn around. I'm starting to lose more money, and it's not working out as well for me. So now this is, look at what happened here on the 1 minute setup. So I was trying to buy in for the 1 minute setup for the break over 337. That happens, and then instantly someone sells a whole bunch of shares and brings the price back down to 330 instantly. Look at that. Look at that. Look, that is a false breakout if I've ever seen one. So the shorts are attacking this now. And yeah, so look, I give back almost all the profit on that. So I say to myself, okay, let's just wait. Just calm down. Wait for a better setup. So what I do is I wait for it to consolidate a little bit more. And so I wait for it to consolidate a little bit more. And then I buy in for the 1 minute setup after consolidation, which is much more likely to work out, especially with this being bought up here on the 9 moving average. So as I see it approach the 40s, I buy in for 2,000 shares. And then once we hit 40, we're already up at 50. I put my shares up with the guy at 50. I get bought up, and I'm back up to 183. I think I take another trade for the break of the high of day here at 360. So 2,000 shares. I'm in at... I got a late fill on that at 63 and 60. Oh, no, sorry, that's my sell. So I'm buying at 58, I'm buying at 60, I'm selling at 63, I'm trying to sell at 67, but I don't get filled, and I get filled at 363. So now I'm back up to 246 on the name, and I think with that, I was done the day. I didn't want to test my luck anymore on Schmitt. It just had a huge kill candle here, which is not good for anyone. So, I don't know, I called it. I called it right there, and that was it. So, happy with today, like I said. So what am I going to write? Today was awesome trading, risk management, and scalping. What did I do wrong? I think what I did wrong was on MTSL when I gave back the profit. So, shouldn't have taken that first setup on MTSL to re-break high of day without better chart setup. But here's the thing, like in a stronger market, that would have happened, and it would have worked, and I would have been sitting here saying, awesome trading, nothing to improve on. So I'm not exactly sure if that's what to say, but I know that just the longer I do this and the more experience I get, I'll know in the moment what is a better decision. So I got out quickly, and I cut my losers so much and let my winners run to the point that I'm up $1,000 or $1,100 on the day. So I'm obviously doing something right, and I'm happy about that. But like I said, there's always stuff to learn. There's always ways to improve. I'm still only using 2,000 shares. So imagine when I start to use 5,000, 10,000 shares, I can't be scalping with 10,000 shares. So I'll have to have more of a core position, and then scalp with maybe 2,500 shares, 3,000 shares. But that's a topic for another time. This month is crazy so far, and I'm gonna make sure that I stay focused. I don't get too excited. I don't get overconfident and think I'm God, because when that happens, and that's happened many times before, I take a big loss. Or if I'm on a big streak, I take a big loss. When I'm on a streak, I take a big loss. So we saw this the other day. We've been seeing it. This is what happens to me, and my red days are massive. So I did a video yesterday. If you didn't watch it, you should go watch it, because it gives you a lot of insight on what's wrong, maybe with your trading, but definitely with my trading. So I imported all my stuff to TraderView. I could see that what I was doing wrong, and I was over trading. I was taking crappy setups, and I was taking a lot of small losers in a row because of over trading on my red days. It's rarely ever one big loss, except for the other day on AWX. But that's a anomaly. That's not usually what happens on my red days. And in fact, on that red day, I didn't overtrade, I didn't revenge trade, and I kind of kept it at that level. And then I was able to bring myself back up towards break even, finishing down only 400 bucks. So anyways, I guess we'll stop it right there. Thank you guys all for watching. Please join my Discord. I'm gonna have the link for it in the description of the video. See, we're just kind of linking charts to each other. We were showing each other, for example, on PED. If you didn't check out the daily, then you wouldn't have seen this resistance here that I missed the other day because I didn't draw the line on the daily, and it pretty much respected that level immensely. Like you can see here, it was a double top failed breakout based on the daily. So I don't know, we help each other out, we have fun, we talk about some stuff. You know, Ben's hoping that PED, baby, please save me. But he forgot to look at the daily, and then he noticed it after. So I don't know, we try and help each other out. I'm not trying to sell anything. I don't care about making money off of you guys. I want to build a community. I want to build kind of a following. I want people to watch me go through this. Anyways, I'm talking way too much. I gotta go eat some food because it's like 11 o'clock and I haven't eaten. I'm gonna meet a friend now to have some sushi. You know, some people like it, some people don't. Anyways, I'm still talking, so I'll shut up. Have a good one. See you later.